Slow and steady. Our next guest knows how to grow an $80 million business the old-fashioned way, building on successes and learning from mistakes. And in addition to being founder and president of Basement Systems, Larry Janesky is an acclaimed speaker, inventor, and successful author. His latest novel, The Highest Calling, received the Best Business Book from the New England Book Festival. Larry, thanks for being here with us. This is great.
I'm happy to be here.
Now, this is your sixth book, but your first novel. The other books are technical books. What happened? How did you make that transition from technical to a novel?
Well, I've been doing a lot of sales training and business coaching for many years, and all the books about 15 steps to this or how to do that are all out there, but they don't seem to grab people. And you need an emotional story that people can read and say, that's me, and then the advice is within that story. So that's what I set out to do.
And The Highest Calling is about an entrepreneur.
It's about an entrepreneur who's like so many small business owners, who's struggling, working 70 hours a week, not making any money, working harder, thinking that the solution is to work harder. And then, of course, as you work so many hours, your home life suffers, and you just never seem to figure it out. So this is about one of those business owners who manages to turn it around with the help of a sort of magical figure that comes into the story.
Would you describe that magical figure as a mentor?
Yes, absolutely. So the magical figure is someone who realizes that his job in life, or at least at the closing chapter of his life, is to pass on what he's learned to others so they could take advantage of it before he becomes complete.
Should every entrepreneur have a mentor?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you're not going to live long enough to learn it all on your own. You have to learn from other people, and that's extremely important. It's one thing that I've done.
Did you have one?
I've had many, yeah. And I learned from, I educated myself in my car over the last 30 years with audiobooks and audio programs, and that's how I learned.
We should mention that, Larry, you never went to college, and so this is how you educated yourself.
Absolutely. In business, if someone wants to go into business, I really don't believe you have to go to college. In fact, I think it may be a handicap in some ways.
Well, college isn't for everybody.
It's not for everybody. It depends what you want to do, obviously. You can't be a doctor and just wing it, So,
exactly.
But, in business, I think the things that I needed to learn in business, they either taught me in kindergarten or they didn't teach me in school at all, and I had to learn myself. And things like how to... be nice, I mean, you've got to build a team, you've got to inspire confidence in other people, whether it be customers or employees, sales, marketing, positioning your company in the marketplace, even things like how to use your voice. These are things they don't teach in school and very important in business.
Very good. You have a lot of messages in your motivational speeches, etc. Let's go through some of the things that you really talk about. You say that businesses are a reflection of the owner's thinking. What do you mean by that?
Well, if a business owner is out there and they're struggling, they need to look around them and accept responsibility for everything that is going on around them. What the place looks like, the services you offer, the customers you have, the employees you have, how they perform, everything is the leader's responsibility. And that comes from how they think. And so if a business owner believes, the market's tough, the market's going to be tough. If the business owner believes, this industry is tough or it's hard to get good employees, then those beliefs will show up in the business.
Absolutely, because everything trickles down.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, you're literally creating everything around you, and the business owner that's having trouble is blaming, and making excuses, and it's someone else's fault. And when you blame, you give your power away. What you're saying is that you have no control of your life; other people are in control of your life. So you need to take full responsibility. And when you do that, once you kind of get over and can lick your wounds, that I created all these problems, you then feel a sense of power that you now can change it because you're responsible.
Well, you also talk about work harder on you than on your business.
Yeah. In business, it's so much about doing the right things. And in order to do the right things, you have to prepare yourself with the right education, the right knowledge, look at the experiences of others, really a lot of learning and observation so that you can make those few decisions right. And you need to prepare yourself to do that.
And you also say, what can your business do for you? What does that mean?
Well, you know, a lot of business owners, we get started and we think, oh, we're going to start a business, this is going to be great. Mm-hmm. And it takes on mission creep. You know, we tend to, well, you know, we diversify, we over-diversify, we get involved in things that, you know, aren't our expertise, we don't have a passion for. Pretty soon the whole thing is grown up around us and consumes us. And we need to step back and say, what do I want out of my business? What would it look like when it's done? When it's cooked, complete, came out perfect, what exactly would that be like, and what would it do for you as the owner?
So you really have to step back and really look at the overall picture.
Yeah, you've got to, you know, if you know exactly where you're going and what it would look like when you get there, you can get there a lot faster and avoid all these sidetracks.
And you also say it's not about doing things right, it's actually doing the right thing. That makes sense.
So many people, you know, we think about efficiency, you know, how many things can I do? I've got my electronic gizmos. I've got, you know, making decisions. I have everybody come to me for approvals, and I'm doing so many things, and I work on doing more things faster. But it's not about efficiency. It's not about doing things right. It's about doing the right things, and that's what we need to focus on.
And you say also, ask, why would people buy from you? That also makes sense to me.
Yeah, you know, the marketplace doesn't care what you want. You have to decide what you want out of your business, but in the end, the marketplace doesn't care about you. They care about them.
That's right. You got to think about the consumer.
Yeah. They're asking themselves, why should I do business with this company? And what is in it for me? And why is it better to buy from this company than all your competitors? So you've got to have a very good answer for that.
And you got to market the heck out of yourself as well.
Absolutely. Communication is so important out there in the marketplace. And it's, you know, what do people think of when they think of your company? What's the feeling that they get? Is it positive? Is it what they want? Is it what they were looking for? And yeah, marketing and communications is critical.
Well, I find that if you meet somebody who's passionate about what they love doing, you feel that passion as well.
That's right. And, you know, a lot of business owners start out in businesses that maybe they're not really passionate about. They started out to make money, but if they find, I don't love this, it's going to be difficult, and they're going to wind up not achieving their goals. So you really need to start out with something that you have a real passion and drive for, and have a dream and love it, because when you love it, it doesn't feel like work.
That's right. And it's also a good thing to surround yourself with the right people. Choose the right people to work for you.
Yeah, and I find, you know, people have good in them, bad in them, or indifference in them. So it's the leader's job to pull out the good, and you can create an environment where people want to perform for you and your company at a very high level, or the other way. So it's up to you as the leader.
All right, the latest book is The Highest Calling, and are you already writing your second novel?
I've got some ideas, yeah. This has been a very popular book, and you know, the last line in the book is that when you create a successful business, you help thousands or tens of thousands or even millions of people, and that there is no higher calling. And so through your business, you can make the world a better place.
Okay, again, the latest book is The Highest Calling. Larry Janeski, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you. My pleasure.